Alexandra from Romania was changed, was held to a movie.
Yes, that will be
You two together,
yes.
with her colleague from Romania. The speech today.
Good afternoon. Here we have on the screen where I live. This is my home, and my home is here in Aguas. We have a desert climate down there. It's the only desert climate in Europe. Our rainfall this year has been 125 millimeters in the last 11 and a half months. Now, what I'd like to do is to open this up a little bit more so you can get an idea of where this aquifer extends. It's through here. And I live just at the end of it. So for the next part, what we'll do is to show a small film. This is rushes of a documentary which we're making. And we put these together especially for this presentation. Until we grant nature rights, we're going to see this continuing destruction of our environment. Sorry, can we just hold that a minute and then... So here we are in the remaining... I think we need to go down to the next level of quality. Sorry about that. I've got three levels of quality. The computer can't handle the highest level. So let's go down to that level. Yeah. Until we grant nature rights, we're going to see this continuing destruction of our environment. So here we are in the remains of what's left of Aguas. This is an ecosystem which is unique in Europe. We're in the only semi-arid zone in Western Europe, a few kilometers away from the desert of Tabernas, with a rainfall of around about 200 millimeters every year. And what you can see are the massive olive plantations which have been allowed by the Department of the Environment. The damage to the aquifer, damage in the sense of over-exploitation, has been going on since before the year 2011 when the European Union came here to make a survey of what is under our feet, which is the biggest aquifer in Almeria province. It covers 150 square kilometers. The Department of the Environment, who are responsible for caring for the environment, and if you look at this environment, you look at this soil, this is, I don't think, in anybody's imagination, the kind of way of caring for the environment. So as you look through here, the environment, the nature, what used to be here, the retama, the natural species, the wildlife, the birds, the plants here which would put nitrogen back into the soil, like the retama, they have been wiped out. Quando tenemos la misma situación que tenemos ahora, ¿qué cantidad de tiempo tú piensas tenemos? How much time do you think we have? ¿Un año más? 1 year more?
No mucho más, ¿no? No mucho más. No mucho más.
Es el
No. Un año o dos con mucho. No mucho más. Se seca. Si le cortan el agua, ¿a dónde nace? La cortan.
Where it comes?
Se seca.
Entonces no hay vida por nosotros.
No, nosotros morimos. Nosotros es seguro morir.
No, we die, for sure.
Está seguro. Seguro que de aquí ya de la barriada hay que desaparecer. De aquí hay que abandonarlo. La edad donde está su madre, uno, aquí igual, la herrería, la huelga, todo. Porque no puede vivir aquí. ¿Qué hace aquí ya? ¿De dónde come aquí? ¿Qué hace?
This is it. And this is one of many pumping stations. A lot of investments got in here. New pylons and cables. And, well, it's a disaster. This isn't an operation, so we can be thankful for that. And we can also see the scale of the potential future damage when we can see pumping stations like this one, which have not yet been operated, and we know that when they are operated, these will take millions and millions and millions of gallons out of the aquifer. In fact, it'll be running into, not gallons, I mean litres, it'll be running into billions of litres. Because each hectare served by this pumping station needs 5,000 tonnes minimum a year
5,000 tonnes
to
minimum
support the super-intensive olive trees.
per hectare.
That's our problem.
What we've got here is a complete miracle. We're supplying food to over 60 people in an ecological and organic basis. And this is our water supply that's being drained from us completely, bit by bit, and within a year we won't have any water to water our gardens, to feed our animals, for the goat herders to plough the land, to go through the land with his goats, because there won't be nothing there. It would be a desert. Where do we move on to? We have nothing else. We're simple farmers here. I've lived all my life here, so where do I go else? There's nowhere else I've got to go.
Check the width of these pipes here. Check the width of these pipes. These are enormous. Okay, this is working at the moment, but here is one. This will deliver billions, well, certainly millions and millions of litres of water. Here's one, and then another 5-10 metres over there, there's another one. This one goes in this direction here, the other one goes in that direction there. So this has been installed with the boreholes. Less water on our aquifer, once again, less water on our aquifer. Millions and millions and millions and millions of litres. If this goes on, we die. That's it. Thank you.
Well, that's quite a horrifying situation. I think the first thing which comes up for us is probably righteous indignation. Well, that's going to move us somewhere, but it's not going to arrive us to a solution. So what we're doing down there in Almeria, this is my home. So this is very good for me, because I'm faced with an ecocide, with a complete finishing of an ecosystem, which is under, it's one of those Nature 2000 zones. It's a place of specific scientific interest. It's the only oasis environment in Europe. And yet, for money, the exploitation on that aquifer is killing us. So what do we have within the law at the moment? Not very much, but there are laws, there are protections. And we have a situation in Almeria where there is a great resistance to giving the information which we need in order to mount a criminal prosecution, because that's what we will have to do. So we're using the Aguas Convention. This is the best that we can do in Almeria at the moment. Use the Aguas Convention, which is to demand transparency, because the figures relating to this aquifer are held by the Department of the Environment and by the Network for Waterways. So they're there. How does this happen? How does this come about? It's all part of what we've been talking about this afternoon. And what I came to light last night, actually, I was talking to Lisa. The World Wildlife Fund Statistics for Living Planet Index, as published on October the 1st, 2014, show that in temperate regions, biodiversity over the last 40 years has fallen by 36%. In tropical climates by 56%. This is the biodiversity of our planet. In Latin America by an astounding 83%. And freshwater ecosystems 75%. Now, if we believe in algorithms, the sort of actions of Facebook when we look and see what happened in the past and what will happen in the future, and we see that in 40 years we've done that, how much longer do we think we've got left? And this is the reason why we need to have rights to nature. Because if we don't, it's very clear that we are not going to survive. Because these facts by the World Wildlife Fund are facts. And this isn't in the realm of philosophy. This is in the realm of reality. And we're all gathered here to look at this and see what we can do to be proactive. And here we have a voice. And thank you all for being here and for being prepared to listen and to help us maintain life on our planet. Thank you.